Hello, dear friends and listeners. Today, let's take a journey into a topic that might seem like a contradiction at first: how discipline can be a path to freedom. Imagine, if you will, a kite soaring high in the sky. It dances and sways with the wind, but it only flies because of the string that tethers it. Without that line, it might drift away and fall. That string, my friends, is much like discipline in our lives. It guides, supports, and elevates us to reach heights we might never achieve on our own. When I was a child, I had this image of freedom as something wild and without boundaries. I loved the idea of endless summer days, staying up as late as I wanted, with no chores or homework in sight. But as I grew older, I discovered that true freedom wasn't found in breaking all the rules or living without structure. Instead, it was found in the purposeful choices I made every day, the commitments I honored, and the discipline I cultivated. You see, discipline is not about restriction, it's about empowerment. When we practice discipline, we are choosing to align our actions with our deepest values and goals. It is like planting a garden. Each disciplined choice is a seed. With time, patience, and care, those choices grow into habits, and those habits blossom into a life rich with purpose and meaning. Think of the most beautiful music you've ever heard. Perhaps it was a symphony or a simple lullaby. Behind each note is a musician who has spent hours practicing scales, learning the intricacies of the instrument, and disciplining themselves to play with precision and emotion. It is through this dedication that they create something that brings joy and beauty to the world. In our own lives, discipline can help us reach similar heights. Whether it's dedicating time to prayer, committing to a healthier lifestyle, or working towards a personal goal, it is the consistent, disciplined actions that lead us to freedom. Freedom from doubt, freedom from chaos, and freedom to live as the person God intended us to be. I once met a man who had achieved what many would consider a dream: a thriving career, a beautiful family, and a strong community. When I asked him about his secret, he told me it all came down to discipline. Every day, he rose before the sun, spent time in quiet reflection and prayer, prioritized his family, and set clear boundaries for his work. His life was not without challenges, but his discipline gave him the strength to navigate them with grace. Now, let's imagine standing on a beach, with waves crashing against the shore. The rhythm of the tide is consistent and reliable, just like the discipline we need in our lives. There's a peace in knowing that the tide will always return, and there's a beauty in the patterns it creates in the sand. Similarly, when we embrace discipline, we create a rhythm for our own lives. This rhythm allows us to navigate unpredictability with confidence. Some of us might think discipline is difficult to cultivate. We look at our lives and see demands pulling us in every direction. But remember, discipline doesn't mean doing everything perfectly. It means doing what you can with what you have, right where you are. It's about small, steady steps in the direction of your dreams. Each step might seem insignificant at the time, but over days, months, and years, these steps become a journey that leads to true freedom. Discipline is also deeply personal. It's about knowing what matters most to you and using that knowledge to guide your choices. For me, discipline starts with asking, how can I serve God and those I love today? This question becomes my compass, helping me navigate distractions and stay true to my path. When we face challenges, discipline can feel like a sturdy anchor. It holds us steady in the storm, offering us the strength to persevere when circumstances try to sweep us away. Consider the story of a young woman I know who overcame adversity through sheer determination and discipline. She grew up in a small, struggling community, but dreamt of becoming a doctor. Despite limited resources, she disciplined herself to study every night, apply for scholarships, and work multiple jobs. Her discipline carried her through medical school, and today she serves others with compassion and expertise. Her freedom wasn't granted. It was earned through disciplined, unwavering effort. As we come to the end of our reflection today, let us embrace discipline not as a burden, but as a key to unlocking the life we are meant to live. It's about choosing a path that aligns with our faith and values and walking that path with dedication and purpose. Remember that kite we imagined? Let your life be like that kite, free to soar, yet anchored by the discipline that keeps you grounded and true. May your disciplined choices lead you to the freedom of living a life rich in purpose, kindness, and love. Let's carry this idea with us as we continue our journey, holding on to the belief that through discipline, we find not restriction, but the beautiful freedom to be who we truly are.